We in the game? Oh, there's people in here already? It says it is. What's up, people? Happy Saturn's Day. Let me get the I in on the Saturn's Day, baby. This represents Saturn, Venus, and Mars. If y'all know this symbolism is Saturn, Venus, and Mars. What up to the people? Let me turn the volume up. Oops. There they go. What it do? Who was that? Jonathan Oaktree. Theo Washington, what up? Super Micah, what up? Adrian Stu, what up? Reload 614, what up? Cello Devon, Sphinx Sun. Who was that? Seven Cap, Sun Moon, Spread Well, Allah Ma'at, Wilk Motley, Aziz, Seeker of Self, what up? Hood Politics Entertainment, Mega Bills, Kimberly Bell, what up, girl? Athelio Wentworth, what's poppin'? Nicole Fire, Holly Nay, what up? Oh Sheila, Christopher Perkins, Amiji, what up? Carmen Lopez, what's poppin'? What up, Michelle, aka Miss Jeannie, Sweet D, you finally caught it live, that's what's up. Ray Brown, Bahamanian, 1964, what up? Derek Burgess, Dee Dee, what up? Noble Yosef L, looking at spirituality, DeMarcus Graves, what up? Roderick Roach, what up, everybody? What's cracking, y'all? Happy Saturn's Day. As we know, Saturn, as I've told you before, you should know, Saturn is not bad. What up? No crabs? No. We're gonna talk about it. That's funny. That's on the docket. We're gonna talk about it though. But appreciate you. That spread the wealth. Appreciate you, brother. We're gonna talk about how you niggas ate up all the crabs in a minute. But what's popping on the Saturn's Day, y'all? We got to get it going. Who was that? Faith Ford. What up? Man, oh shit. Sorry, y'all. I got something in my eye. All right, y'all. We got a whole lot to talk about, everybody. A whole lot to talk about. But as far as the main topic, we're going to get into that in a minute. They trying to take all you niggas out. They are trying to take all of y'all out the game, as you see. But real quick, everybody, what was that? Oh, King Walk, thank you. Everybody, for real, smash the like button. Don't be coming up in here and not wiping your damn feet on the mat before you walk in here and put your feet up. Hit that damn like button. But anybody who ordered the police stop law package, it's coming out. Just make sure, just so you know, you guys, it's on its way. For anybody who ordered a book, your books are going to be delayed because the printer had to go out of town. So he'll be back on Monday. So you guys' orders will be back up on Monday. So just in case if you're waiting on a melanin book, just hold on. The printer is coming back, and I'll get you guys on Monday. All right. So appreciate you guys. And if you don't have the police stop law package, you see they coming for you. They coming for your kids. You see what the cat dog cat just did. We're gonna talk about it, but now they about to try to make your kids get the cupcake. You'll see what's popping, y'all. So make sure you get that law package. And you know what we got up in here. Y'all gotta start fighting back. We got the notices, the crack scene notices. Y'all seen all the information is coming out against them. All you gotta do is use it. Kimberly Bell, appreciate you. All you gotta do is use the information, y'all. They know you guys don't know how to use it, so they just gonna keep doing it against you. Who was that? Noble Yosef L. Thank everybody for the super chats, man. Appreciate y'all. But right here. So now, if you don't know, the deal is for the rest of this month of October, because of what's going down with the cat dog cat. If you order the Great Book of Melanin Research, the hard copy, you get the whole police stop law package. Plus, I'm throwing in both exemption cards, and it comes with the P.F. Heiser Bakery report. All of their information. As you see, they just told you that they didn't test to see if it stopped transmission. So there's no way they can force you to get the shit if the people who made it said, "Oh, we didn't even know if it stopped transmission, but here, take it anyway." It's right here in their report. So both of these will come in the police stop law package if you order the Great Book of Great Melon Research. All right, so go to realnoggers.com if you want that. All right, y'all. Oh, my boy Timmy Tight Top. Just so y'all know, look, I got this juice on Monday, and I had to hold off. I put this in the freezer just so I could promote you, Timmy Tight Top. Man, been waiting all week to drink this juice. I'm gonna get it today, but go to weedjuice.com if y'all don't know already. Timmy Tight Top Wheat Juice. It's the greatest juice, tightest top in the game, the greatest juice in the game. Make sure you're getting your health on, or if you want to lose weight, he has the weight loss programs, or just get your body healthy, man. This is what we're about to do. You see they're trying to kill off niggas now. You see they're trying to take niggas out. We see what they're doing. So go to weedjuice.com and get that juice. The surprisingly sweet is the best one, I say. But you can tell me which one is the best for y'all. And real quick, last week I mentioned the TV channels that I mess with, and didn't mean to leave this one out, but Dr. G, Dr. G, you know I love you, girl. I didn't leave you. I didn't mean to leave you. I just be moving. But Dr. G, if y'all don't know about Dr. G, go and look at Dr. G, House for Reawakening Minds. That's my girl. She off the chain. Shout out to Taj Tariq too. Them my peoples. But these the channels I mess with, y'all. So shout out. All right. Let's get into it. So that Boston University created the BOOGIE-V, a new BOOGIE-V, a Darth Vader BOOGIE-V, y'all. Trying to force choke everybody. A fucking Darth Vader BOOGIE-V, man. It's gonna try to take out 8 out of 10 niggas. It said it took out 8 out of 10 rats. That's why they say 80%. Oh, shout out to the mods, Brother Mel, Gwendolyn Bonnet, and Tish and Brian, if y'all in here. But yeah, so they're trying to take everybody out. I told you they wasn't gonna let this die down. They're not gonna let this die down. The talk about the BOOGIE-V was going this way. Nobody was scared anymore. Everybody out, you doing your thing. You out bumping elbows and rubbing shoulders with niggas. You out here with no mask on, breathing and shit. They like, nigga, this ain't the way we saw this going. We thought we was gonna scare the shit out of niggas. Y'all was gonna be in the house for 10 years. Who was that? Conrad Allwood. Man, thank you, man. They thought you niggas was gonna be in the house for 10 years. They was gonna scare the shit out of you for 10 straight years. You wasn't gonna do shit. You was gonna be in the house watching Disney Plus for 10 years. Y'all niggas out here chitty. Y'all partying. Like, nigga, fuck that damn fucking BOOGIE-V, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Y'all out here getting it. They was like, nigga, what they doing? Don't they know it's a BOOGIE-V out here that we say is out here trying to kill niggas? Well, y'all niggas, they ain't scared enough, so... What if it killed 8 out of 10 of them? What if we said that? That'll scare the fuck out of them. So boom, Boston University comes out and says, oh shit, no. We done fucked around and we done created Darth Vader in BOOGIE-V form. Holy shit, this nigga got a lightsaber, breathing mask and everything. He coming for you niggas. Now, according to the reports, the NIH, who's supposed to rubber stamp all this shit, they say they didn't know. They got alerted by the Daily Mail's. So Daily Mail is the one who broke the story. They said they didn't know until the Daily Mail came out with their story. Oh, we didn't know, guys. You have a what? A what? A new what? Oh my God. Oh my God. shocked. These niggas acting like they didn't know what the fuck was popping. We didn't know. We didn't know, guys. Nigga, y'all know who run the NIH. That's your boy Fauci. You think Fauci didn't know they was creating right in Boston, in America, a goddamn fucking Darth Vader BOOGIE-V? Of course he knew. Now, they said that they didn't create it. Now we gotta go break down the story. Boston University says you got the story wrong. We didn't create it. We made it less deadly, is what they said. They said they found this alpha strain of whatever, the alpha strain, and it was, it was super deadly, and they were working to make it less. they were trying to save us, guys. They were trying to save us. They were working to make it less deadly. What do you know? Hey, sorry, Boston University. Our bad. Like, nigga, what the fuck are you fucking around with something that's 80% deadly for? That makes no sense for you to be messing around with anything like that. Because the fact that, or the chances of, again, animal V's jumping to humans are next to none. Damn near next to none, but they ain't gonna tell you that shit. But we need to do this because it's bio warfare. Don't get it twisted. They creating all this for bio warfare. This is all what all this shit is about. Whether against you or against the other niggas. But that's why y'all gotta start getting healthy. You better get your weed juice. You better get your weed juice. So again, a healthy immune system is what fights back all of this stuff. Nothing can really break down a healthy immune system, guys. Just so you know, nature, who they're trying to act like who's the man, the system or man is trying to act like they're better than nature. But no, nature has created everything that you need to survive. It's gotten you here this long through all the other BOOGIE-Vs throughout history. Nature has gotten you here this long. Y'all niggas got through the plague. That shit killed like how many motherfuckers? 30%, 40% of niggas? But you still here. Why is that? Because you had a healthy immune system. If y'all don't know, people in like Muslim countries, that didn't affect a lot of people. The plague didn't affect a lot of people in Muslim countries, because in Muslim countries, what do you have to do every day? You got to do salat, right? You got to pray, do salat. So what do you have to do when you go into the mosque? You got to wash up. Nigga, them bugs and viruses is gone. You washing your hands. You cleaning the fuck up. Them viruses is gone. So in most Muslim countries, they didn't get affected by a lot of the plague. And so because of your immune system, again, washing up, being healthy, keeping your body healthy, eating healthy. About to go on my cleanse in a minute, y'all. My full cleanse, my yearly cleanse is coming up. Got to prepare myself. But if you don't do that, you guys should do yearly cleanses just to make sure you pump out. You take your car to the goddamn shop and you clean, don't you? You get the oil changed, you get all the shit, you get all the fluids flushed out. You do all that to your damn car. Do that to your system. But now that they got a BOOGIE-V that's gonna kill what they say, because I don't believe that. I think they're just trying to scare the shit out of you into going, because when this new round of cupcakes come up, they want everybody to go and get the cupcake. So they trying to scare the shit out of you. 80%, because they just announced that out of nowhere. Boston University just announced it out of nowhere. So let's just say the NIH didn't know. So who told Boston University to go say that they got an 80% kill rate BOOGIE-V? Now again, they say they didn't. The story got mixed up, and they said they found it and it made it less deadly. that's what they saying. We worked on it and we were making it less deadly, allegedly. So, but there's no substitute for a healthy immune system. You know, a healthy immune system can fight off damn near anything, anthrax, all of that. Your immune system is built by God, nature, the universe. God is the collective universe, nature. So there's been nobody working on that longer than nature. So that's the best damn scientist you got. Get in there, get your healthy on, start to cleanse again. If you're eating meat, you got to cut meat out for a little bit. Meat causes inflammation and causes your body to be acidic. So and remember, cancers, viruses, all of these things thrive in an acidic environment. So again, man, this is our time to be healthy. Before the last generation, these niggas sat back and ate chitlins and hog mogs and pig feet and all the rest of that bullshit. Nope, we can't do that shit no more. This generation now, because they trying to kill off all you niggas got to be healthy. You got to be the new healthy generation, and the newer generations that come after you have to see us being healthy. That's what that has to be. Otherwise, don't, and then let the BOOGIE-V get you. Hey, Darth Vader always looking to force choke a nigga. Don't make me force choke the shit out of your ass. Hey, any of y'all who haven't seen Ace Vane Vader, do yourself a favor and go YouTube Ace Vane Vader. I promise you, you're gonna die laughing, especially if you're a Star Wars fan. That nigga is hilarious. Shout out to Ace Vane. That nigga is funny as hell. So then you see that they got your boy Yeezy. Now I don't even like talking about Yeezy, but something's going on in that realm. Yeezy's programming is coming undone. See, this is a lot of people don't understand what's happening. Yeezy's programming, they tried to get him. They tried to grab hold of him. They tried to mold him and shape him, and they couldn't do it. The nigga programming came undone. He's actually a really spiritual dude, even though it's Christianity. It's Christian spiritual, but you know, he's real spiritual, connected to God and all that, and that's from his mom, right? So when you fear God like that, a lot of you Christians know, when you fear God like that, you'll fight anybody if you think you got God behind you helping you, right? So this is where he is mentally. Now, back in the day, and also because now he's interconnected with all of these things, he's seeing what's going on the inside. He's starting, like Michael Jackson. It's the same thing what happened to Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson's super spiritual, and so he couldn't get down with the fuckery that the elites, the so-called elites, were doing. In their little rituals and their little subgroups and all this and that. Kanye, you think Kanye wasn't introduced to that? Of course he was. And this nigga wasn't with it. His spirit didn't take to it. So what you're seeing in public is a nigga who looks crazy. So back in the day, we used to call, so when you came across information that kind of opens you up to understanding what the universe was, and this is when we were unconscious information, we used to call that being cracked. We used to call that getting cracked. Like, so, when we had this group of homies who we would build together, and we would bring somebody in who didn't know information or whatever, and we'd hand them some information. It would take a minute, and they would start to go through it and boom, boom, see the universal stuff, boom, boom, the connection. And then all of a sudden, one day, they would just be boom, and they'd be like, oh my God, and they would just be crazy, and just be on some shit, and just be talking crazy and not making sense, but trying to figure out, and you'd be like, oh, that nigga got cracked. It finally got him. That nigga got cracked. Just so you know, the word cracked, the etymology of crack means open. The etymology of crack means open. So they were opened up to what the vibrations and frequencies and the information that the universe has. And so finally, you're closed off. This society, this system tries to close you off through energy and distraction and all this and that. So when you finally come across and your higher self, your higher consciousness comes through and that third eye opens, you become cracked. And that's kind of what happened to Kanye. But he's not cracked, like he doesn't have the background of conscious vernacular to talk to explain it like we would from, people who are in the conscious university. He's in Christian world, right? So he has to explain it like he does, like he knows. As well, Kanye doesn't read. Just so y'all know, Kanye's by his own admission, he doesn't read. And if you don't read, what reading helps you to do, it helps you to formulate thoughts and context and put thoughts into certain context and things of that nature when you're reading and you're formulating ideas and stuff like that. So because books have to do that in order to convey a certain information in a way that you will get it, right? So it has to formulate information in a certain way. So if you don't read books, you don't get that. That helps. Reading books helps to organize your mind, and he doesn't have that. So what is he? He's a YouTube scholar. So he's looking at videos and shit all day, conspiracy this and conspiracy that, and whoop whoop and this and that. And then he only has his vocabulary to be able to explain all this, as well as Christian background to try to put all of this shit into, right? So this is how it comes out in Kanye speak, right? His niggas all over here. He's all over here with it. Plus the nigga's a Gemini, so he's two different motherfuckers at the same time. Y'all know he's a twin. So Geminis are, you know, two different niggas with their heads in the opposite direction. So, and these literally, you'll be this, you know, a Gemini is literally two people. They have two consciousness, right? So this is how it's coming out with Kanye. And so also now, since he's been cracked, he's like, fuck it. He's on some fuck it shit. So when he came out, he said, it's DEF CON on the Khazars, right? Y'all heard him when he said, oh, it's DEF CON, whatever, on the Khazars. What that meant was, yo, I ain't holding back no more. Because he knows what's going on in the background, how the Khazars run everything, right? He knows that information. He's been privy to that information. They done brought him through and showed him all this and that. He's been hooked up with all these corporate cats, you know, these fashion corporate cats who showed him the game and all this and that, right? So he getting the knowledge. So he's seeing who running all this behind the back. And he's like, oh shit, this are the Khazars is behind all this shit, right? So he was holding back. Yo, Faith Keeper, thank you. Heard about the farmers? Yeah, I've said, the farmers being forced in the Netherlands to give up their stuff. Yep. I mean, this is the one world order plan going on. But so Kanye, so Yeezy, so he's seeing all this, right? And he's not with the fuckery, right? So he says, all right, I'm going DEF CON. Oh, hold on, y'all. He says, I'm going DEF CON on the Khazars, meaning I'm just about to spill all the beans. So he talks about how Jay-Z, somebody said Jay-Z, the Khazars was mad at Jay-Z in the 444 album for dropping the information on the real estate. Because that's how, just so y'all know, real estate is how you get rich, y'all. That's land. Land is the only real thing, if you understand. Land, air, and water are the only real things that are in the universe, really. Because you can't, if you don't have a place to sit your ass, where you gonna go? That's why land is very important, because there's only so much of it. That's so, you know, you got to get in the land game if you want to, you know, build a future of wealth. You have to get into the owning property at some point. So Jay-Z dropped that shit, and they was like, nigga, you ain't supposed to be telling, what the fuck you doing, boy? We let you in here. We showed you all the shit and you telling the game, nigga? What the fuck? So they got mad, right? So, but they did that to Yeezy too. They showed him the game, and he was holding back. How you think he got to the Billies? You think he get to the Billies without them giving him the game, giving up the game? So he was holding back. But then when they canceled the nigga shows, because he came out with the White Lives Matter shit, he got pissed. They canceled this nigga 4 shows or some major shows this nigga had, which probably was crazy amount of money and planning and all of that. They went in there. So that nigga went off. He got pissed. I'm going DEF CON on these niggas. Fuck these niggas. So he came out tripping, right? Boom. When he says I'm going DEF CON on the Khazars, they take it as anti, you know, and so they try to brand him as that, as being racist and anti this and anti that. But if you watch the interview on Drink Champs, and it's right at the beginning too. So if y'all want to watch it, try to find the video, and it's like the first 15 minutes, he's breaking off the Khazar joint. So he's really going in. He's not saying nothing wrong. When he's breaking out like that nigga is, what is he saying? That's wrong. He's not, all he's saying is they run the industries. The Khazars run the industries, and they own the voices of the melanated people. And the star, which we consider stars, or the most influential people of us. Who was that? Tariq Bey. Or Tafik Bey, excuse me. Thank you. Appreciate you, brother. They own the most influential voices in our communities, and they control those. Just like, as you just saw, MC Search just came out and said that he's selling his piece of Nas. That he owned the MC Search owned Nas, he was getting a piece of what anything Nas did for 27 years. And this nigga comes out and says, oh, well, you know, I think I'm gonna sell my little piece of the nigger. He ain't gonna sell it to Nas. He's selling it to somebody else, so somebody else can own this nigga Nas for another 27 years or however long it is. You see how this shit works? And he said he's fed his family off of Nas for 27 years. Another nigga's talent. You've been eating 27 years off another nigga's talent. What the fuck, man? That makes absolutely no sense. That's fuckery. Leor Cohen, he said the same thing. When they came and they asked, he was on the Breakfast Club. They said, nigga, why don't you give people they fucking rights back? And he was like, why would I take food out of my family's mouth? Another Kazar. That nigga's an agent. He a CIA asset. They came out and broke that shit off a couple weeks ago. How they called him the tall Israeli. And he was put into hip hop in order to control it. So nothing he was saying was off. He was breaking that shit off. But when they start branding you, they come out with, oh, he's this, he's that. That's the way to shut you the fuck up. They don't challenge what you say. When he says, oh, we're the real, he says, we're the real, you know, we're the real Hughes. We say we're the real ones. They don't challenge that. They just call that they don't challenge your art. They don't present an argument to say that, no, we are the real, this is, and you can go back and you can find, they don't do that. Why? Because if you go back, you be like, hey, nigga, you stop right there. Who is them niggas behind you that are highly melanated? Who is them niggas way back there behind you that is kind of dark as church you? You don't want to talk about them niggas, right? So they just shut you up and call you anti this, anti that, phobic this, phobic that, and that's the way to shut you up instead of attacking the argument, right? So he came out and he broke that shit off. In two examples where I just showed you how MC Search eating off of Nas for 27 years, and Leor Cohen eating off everybody that was on Def Jam for however long he got them contracts. So he just basically came out and broke that off, yo, and he says, yo, these Kazars, they done pissed me off. I'm about to spill everything. And that's all he really did. He spilled the game. That's all he really did when he was on the Drink Champs. He told this, boom, boom, boom. They control this. They control that. We don't have nothing of this. They always try to take, when one of us does great, it's only that motherfucker. And then, everybody else, when somebody does bad, it's all of us. But when somebody does great, it's only that motherfucker. He was breaking that shit off. Like, nigga, he was in his bag for a second. For at least, he had about a good 3-4 minutes of lucid talking. Like his mind focused for about a good 4 minutes. If you can get that good 4 minutes, that nigga was dropping some shit for about a good 4 minutes. I'm with you for that 4 minutes, Kanye. Then you started to go, your shit started to do all of that for after that. But I'm messing with you on that. But see how they came out and they got him for the 250. They tried to get George Floyd's family to sue him for the 250 because that's a way, again, this is a war on your speech. So again, I've been telling y'all for the minute, they're coming after your damn rights. But the first one they got to take is your mouth. They got to take your voice, because then after that, the whole deck of cards falls. If I can take your voice so that you can't speak out against the atrocities that I'm putting forth towards you, then how can you stop them? If you can't tell everybody else about it, or you can't you can't speak out to the people or about the people who are doing it. So that's what they're trying to do, right? You see it through the Alex Jones rulings, right? What did they give him? The first was a Billy. The second, they say that nigga got to pay $2.75 trillion. Get the fuck out of here. How the fuck do you come up with a number of $2.75 trillion because he giving an opinion that he thinks the shit is a false flag? That's an opinion. But again, you can't have opinions that are deemed misinformation or disinformation. That's the new shit. Your girl, what's old girl? Tasha K. You see how they're trying to enforce her to pay? Because usually when you get a judgment like that, they really can't force you to pay. If somebody, if you get a judgment against you as far as money, if you broke, they can't force you to pay. They can't send you to jail. They used to be able to do that back in the day, send you to something called debtor's prison. They can't do that shit today. You can't pay, you can't pay, you broke. That's how that shit goes, right? But they told her she got to get a bond and set up some type of payment for that shit or whatever. They're going to try to make her pay. Why? Because then this is attack on your speech. Because she said something about Cardi that she believes is true, that she thinks she says she got evidence to prove, allegedly. That's real. That's true. But again, you can't say nothing about anybody that's deemed misinformation or disinformation. This is the new game. Misinformation, disinformation, or malinformation. Right? So they're trying to scare you niggas to shut the fuck up. Basically. But then this nigga Kanye, the Yeezy, he goes on Piers Morgan and he was getting at Piers Morgan and Piers Morgan made him apologize. He said he apologized to the people he hurt, he offended. Like, nigga, you didn't offend anybody. You were just telling the truth about the game. And you were telling the truth about history. When he says we're the real, we're the real motherfuckers. How is that offensive or you hurting someone else? Because you telling the truth, you don't have a obligation to hold back the truth if it's gonna hurt somebody. Yo, who is that? Dominic Charles, thank you. Man, everybody hitting that super chat, man. I appreciate y'all. But you don't have an obligation to hold back the truth just because it may hurt somebody's feelings. This is what they're trying to get. This is the new world they're trying to move to, though. You need to shut the fuck up because my feelings are at stake. I'll be hurt by your words. I know I can just leave and go the other way and not be around, or I can just shut off the king's. I know I can do all of that. But you shouldn't be allowed to say it at all, just in case I come across it at some point in time in my life. For 2 seconds, it's going to destroy me by hearing what you feel about me. This is where they're moving, y'all. And if you don't step your game up, this is a step up in the game. If y'all don't understand, I've been around a minute. This is a step up in the game. If y'all don't step y'all shit up, where the fuck we gonna be at? If you don't step your fight up, and man, I'm always gonna get you active. I'm gonna always call for you to get off your ass and start doing something. So if you don't like me doing that, you can turn this channel right now. You can turn it right now. I'm always gonna call for you to get the fuck off your ass and start getting in the game. Because right now, we got motherfucking 3 niggas on the bench. We only got 3 niggas. One nigga's knee, his knee is fucked up. One nigga's ankle, this nigga's turned his ankle. We ain't got no niggas to put in the game. When are you gonna get in the game? So, this is what we doing, y'all. They coming for your shit. And if you don't fight, you can't complain about it later. If you don't fight for your damn speech or your rights, can you complain to anybody about it later? If you just sit back and say, well, nigga, this whole shit is fake anyway. Nigga, they ain't gonna never give us no rights. Every time we learn some shit, they gonna change it anyway. Well, you can just learn what they change it to, but that thought just goes out the window. If you learn what they created in the first place, why wouldn't you be able to learn what they changed the law to? That's because you lazy. You think, oh, all I gotta learn is just this and I'll be good. No, nigga, knowledge is never ending. Knowledge is all going. It's always changing. So getting in the game means you being in the game permanently. Not you motherfucking being in the game. Say, oh, nigga, I had a great game the other day, nigga. I'm out, nigga. Thank you. Hey, nigga, I scored 79 points, had 27 assists, nigga, 47 blocks. That game was off the chain. Yeah, nigga, that one game, you was a great nigga in that one game. Nigga, we in a tournament, motherfucker. Shit, this is a goddamn tournament. Get your bitch ass. Yeah, you had a great game. Get the fuck off. Get your ass back in this game and have another great game. So that's where we at with ours, y'all. Then your boy Elon, he got Twitter. he getting it. And they hate that. We talked about the ESG last week, environmental social governance. I hope y'all look that up. That's the game plan. That's the blueprint for the changing of the system, right? Environmental social governance. This is how they're gonna change. This is how they change in the system. And again, I told you, how did they? So again, if you don't, just to recap, that's how corporations are judged now for investments, right? So they have an ESG score. If your ESG score is high, you don't get money. So the higher it is, the worse you are. The lower it is, the better you are, right? So this is what they're using to get investments, to get loans, and this is the new game. If you have a fucked up ESG score, you don't get no money. So all corporations have to change to this, whether they like it or not. So the social score is what investors or investment firms and banks look at first, right? According to the financial report that came out in 2020, the social part of ESG was the most important part of you getting invested. Now, how do they push the social needle? Twitter. Twitter, period, is the social motherfucking, is the social mediator. If y'all, whether y'all want to believe that or not, everything that gets pushed as far as the mainstream in society starts on Twitter. And most people don't even know, though, that Twitter's not real, but they will implement bullshit that starts on Twitter in the real world. This is the fuckery. This is the bullshit. But if you ask regular people who not even on Twitter, they wouldn't even know what the fuck is going on. But society, mainstream societies, governments, and everybody else move by what's going on Twitter because they believe that shit is real, right? So this nigga got a hold of it. It's his. that shit is his, right? Because he has to take hold by the 28th, right? So the deal's being they dotting the I's and crossing the T's, and this nigga about to take hold of it, right? Oh, well, I'll get into this in a second. So he's about to take hold of it. This nigga just said though yesterday he gonna fire 75% of them niggas. 75% of them niggas is outie. Shit, y'all niggas is out. And see, those are the people who were shitting on him when the news first came out that he was gonna buy it. Oh, Garrett W, thank you, man. All y'all hitting that super chat, man. Love y'all, man. But those are the people who was tweeting, "Oh my God, this is terrible. Oh my God, the world's ending. Blah 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 blah. This and that." When it came out in April that he was gonna buy Twitter, these niggas was tweeting crazy shit, not thinking, hey, if this nigga actually gets Twitter, he gonna see that most of us hate his ass. Would you think this nigga just gonna fucking have nigga ninjas in the camp who hate him and still pay y'all niggas for talking shit? Trying to sabotage Twitter and all this and that behind his back? Hell no, nigga. Why would he keep you niggas? And you dumbass motherfuckers, y'all let your politics be known so that he can come in and he can slice all you niggas. Just so y'all know, that's like 5,500 niggas he taking out at Twitter. Twitter has like 77,000 employees or something like that. So he taking out $5 grand, 5 niggas, 5,000 niggas, right off the top. So salam alaikum to you niggas. And those are the people that they said were keeping control. They were the ones who were, oh, who was that? Carol, thank you. These people that, man, I can't see the full name, but thank you, man, appreciate you. So the 5,000 people are the ones who were moderating, what they call it, moderating the hate speech and all of that stuff on Twitter. And they said, well, if you fire all those people, who's gonna moderate everybody's speech on Twitter? Yeah, motherfucker, that's the whole goddamn idea, bitch. All you niggas moderating people's freedom of speech. Talking about you can't misgender nobody. You can't put the wrong pronouns and all this and that bullshit in here. He's like, yeah, nigga, get that shit out of here. that bullshit the fuck out of here. Talking about I can't misgender, I can't pronoun, I can't say this pronoun and that pronoun and this and that. Oh, who is that? Conceptual Elixirs LLC. Man, thank everybody, y'all. So the fuck, he kicked your bitch ass out of here. So now they can't regulate speech on Twitter like they were doing. Now that means now Twitter being the open. So now he's also going to put the algorithm open source code. Which means, so now all y'all niggas, oh, nigga, he gonna take that shit and he gonna link that shit with the Neuralink and he gonna be controlling niggas. He gonna just be controlling niggas from the motherfucking, from his office and shit, be making niggas go to the fucking 7-Eleven and get Slurpees, niggas, and throw Slurpees at niggas. Nah, nigga, he ain't doing none of that. It's gonna be open source code, meaning anybody can go look at the Twitter code and see how the shit is working. So if he is linking it to Neuralink, y'all be able to see that. If he is doing some faulty shit with it, you're going to be able to see that. They didn't want that shit because that shows how many bots are on Twitter, which is what the government uses. Because they shown that the CIA uses Twitter as a control mechanism, as well as other governments. It's not just the CIA, y'all. Other governments that the Twitter is in these other governments, they also pressure Twitter into suppressing speech within those countries, especially places like where Muslims in those Muslim countries, Islamic countries, where they don't want people talking out against that shit. These cats, they go to the Twitter heads and they be like, yo, keep this out. Don't do this over here. Don't do that. Don't do this. That nigga getting rid of all of that. That nigga getting rid of all of that shit. So they hate that shit. So what they were going to try to do, they was like, oh, well, we can still stop him because if he allows hate speech, quote unquote, hate speech on Twitter, what we can do is stop him from being put on the platform. We can stop his platform from being put on phones, right? Like they did Parler, which is Parler. When they started, Parler came out, was an alternative for Twitter, and that shit blew up. And it was like, somebody was like, oh, nigga, the CIA was like, oh, nigga, we gotta stop this shit. we gotta stop this shit. And so they went and labeled Parler as some hate speech app or whatever and got it deplatformed from Android and Apple, which basically, if you can't be on the phone, then that's a wrap. If I can't, nigga, what else? I can't be on the fucking phone, then I can't, the app means nothing, right? Mrs. B, thank you. The app means absolutely nothing, right? So, but Kanye, Yeezy, just went and bought Parler, right? So when he went and bought Parler, Elon tweeted, he tweeted a meme of him, Kanye, and so with the logos, him with the Twitter logo in front of him, Kanye with the Parler logo, and Trump with the Truth Social logo, right? And so basically, so these are the three speech platforms. I keep doing this because they're not really speech. I keep putting these in quotes because they're not really speech platforms, right? But we'll go along with that. But these three speech platforms are the ones that were not controlled by the WEF. Do you understand? So the major control that has been on Twitter has been coming from the World Economic Forum, mostly. In BlackRock, because BlackRock owns like 20%, or they own BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street together all own something like 20% of Twitter or some shit. So they're coming from those big corporations, those big investment corporations, right? Those big finance companies. Investment firms. So those have been the motherfuckers who've been controlling Twitter. Now you have these three major speech platforms who are not beholden to the WEF. Now this is changing the game. And just so y'all know, man, y'all think that everything is controlled. It's not. You have a battle going on. Everybody who has money is not being controlled by the system. They've done fuckery at some point to get to these certain places, but not everybody, once they get there, is controlled. And then when they're not controlled, in the mainstream public, it looks like they're crazy. Right? When they don't have control over these motherfuckers, when they can't do this, they'll have to label them in the mainstream media as being crazy so that you don't follow these niggas. All right, we can't control them, but don't follow this nigga because he's crazy, right? And Kanye, he all over the place. And Trump, he all over the place. And Elon, them niggas are all eccentric motherfuckers for sure. They off a little bit in all their own ways here and there. All these niggas is off. But that's why they can't control these niggas though, is because they're off a little bit. Like Trump and Kanye are both narcissists. which means nigga, I love me more than anybody else. Excuse me, I love me more than anybody else, nigga. Fuck your plans, nigga. Fuck your system, fuck all that, nigga. It's about me. But also Kanye on some spiritual Christianity shit, which usually breaks through, you know, a lot of, fear of the devil, whatever you may deem that to be. And then Elon is he got Down syndrome. I call it Down syndrome, but he has Asperger's, which means his thought processes are a little off. My ex-girlfriend's father had Asperger's, so I know these niggas be they be on some other shit. Like you be just talking to him one time, and these niggas will be like, they'll say some crazy off the wall shit. Like, what the fuck this nigga just say? Like, and they be serious about that shit. Like, nigga, they be going off. So that's Elon. So these three motherfuckers can't be controlled, right? They have three platforms that can't be controlled. Now the system is trying to deem these motherfuckers as being crazy. Now, we got in. The reason I said all of this is because remember they can deplatform you off of these phones, off of Apple, off of Android. This nigga Elon has a new phone coming out to counteract them from being able to deplatform him. It's called the Tesla Pi. Go look that shit up. The Tesla Pi phone is off the chain. This nigga's about to kill the game with this phone. So now, that's what I'm saying, y'all. Y'all think, man, whether Elon, whatever the fuck Elon done, all the other, whatever that nigga, we're talking about just this specifically, nigga. He is a poison pill against the motherfuckers who are running shit right now. And they hate that shit. They hate this nigga right now. So the Tesla Pi phone, the shit is gonna be solar powered. So you ain't never gotta fucking hook it up. You ain't never gotta carry no battery power, no power pack with you. The motherfucker is gonna have built-in Wi-Fi because this nigga got Starlink. So this motherfucker is gonna have built-in Wi-Fi. Wherever the fuck you go in the world, you're gonna have Wi-Fi for 24/7 in your phone. Man, go look that shit up. It got 2 terabytes of memory. Do you understand how much that is? Like, fucking the Apple computers come with a terabyte. 1 terabyte, usually, of the newer Apple computers come with 1 terabyte of memory. The phone is gonna have 2 terabytes of memory in that bitch. So, man, and then that shit is gonna be able to mine crypto. The phone can mine cryptocurrency and shit. Like, so this nigga's coming out with that. And basically what he's gonna do is turn the Twitter into what's called an all-world app, where you can basically do everything from this one app. So that's his plan for that shit, right? But he's fucking up the plan. This is messing up the plan. And so this, just so y'all know, I want y'all to be aware of this because there's a battle going on and we need to get into it. We need to be involved in the battle. They're battling to change this motherfucker from the system that we came from, the traditional, things that we once knew, and they're trying to transition us into this new think, this new world, this new age think, what they call social transitioning, and you need to fight against it. All change is not good change, y'all. So if you're pulled into that shit, if you're dragged into that shit, that's your fault. So shout out to them niggas for fighting the system in their own way, however it may be. And I'm trying and working to allow the consenting voices to be heard out there in the world. Whether y'all agree with them niggas or not, this is what they're doing. I would say, what the fuck is you doing? Any of you niggas who got opinions about all of they shit, I would say, before you give me your opinion, I want to hear your opinion. I sure do, my nigga. I want to hear everything you got to say. I want to hear it all. What the fuck you doing? Okay, I want to hear it all, nigga. I want to hear everything you got to say. Right after, you tell me what the fuck you doing. Nigga, I'm gonna hear everything you got to say. So if you ain't got shit to do, if you ain't doing shit, nigga, I don't want no criticism about what everybody else doing. Nigga, he puppet too. Oh, this nigga work for the system. Oh, he gonna try to control everybody with Starlink and motherfucking the link in the brain. And he gonna have a billion puppets and all this and that. You don't know. You don't got no evidence of none of that bullshit. You ain't got no. You just sitting back running your mouth talking shit. But what you do have evidence of is that the system is trying to degrade that nigga's reputation because of what he's doing. You can see this nigga is fighting against the system. Whether you believe it or not, you can see that shit. He fighting against these bitch ass niggas and they hate it. I would say, what are we doing? And I say we all in this shit together. I'm not just, I say you, but I always mean we. What the fuck are we doing? Are we in the game? All right. So then we talked about how the P.F. Heiser Bakery admitted that they didn't know that it committed that the cupcake, they didn't not even know, they didn't test. Not that they didn't know, they didn't even test if it stopped transmission before they put it out, right? They didn't test it. Not even did they know, they didn't even test for the shit. Check this shit out. But when they came out, they had all in their tweets. Let's see, what was the tweet they put out? It said, in 2021, the CEO of the P.F. Heiser Bakery, this nigga said, the cupcake is 100% effective in preventing the BOOGIE-V. This nigga put that out in the tweet. That is a blatant lie. A little blatant lie. They didn't even test to see if it stopped it. But this nigga comes out and put it out. Then the Cat Dog Cat did the same thing. The Cat Dog Cat came out and they said the same thing, right? Oh man, who was that? Man, Q, thank you, appreciate you. So the Cat Dog Cat came out and said the same thing. And knowing they didn't have any knowledge whether it did that or not. But then it came out that it didn't stop, right? What they call breakthrough cases. They call it breakthrough. Nigga, what you mean a breakthrough case? You didn't even know if it stopped it in the first fucking place, nigga. This is bullshit. You call it a breakthrough case. So they've been lying to your ass for the longest time, right? Now, again, this can bring about legal action, but you have to know, you have to gather all your fucking bullets, and the bullets meaning the evidence that when they've incriminated themselves, the times that they put this stuff out in the newspaper, on the news, all the stuff that they've said that's contradicted all the orders that they've put, out into the public. You have to gather that information. We're doing a big job of it at the Know Your Rights Foundation. We're trying to pull all that together, but man, it's a lot. These niggas have been contradicting themselves ever since they started. So, man, you guys have to be gathering this information too. And these are grounds for you to sue. Just so you understand, these are grounds for you to sue. But if you don't know, you can't do that. So, just so y'all know, at that hearing where the lady said, of course we didn't know. And fucking homegirl said we had to move at the speed of science. I forgot to mention this last week. But when she said that they didn't test it because they had to move at the speed of science. What the fuck is moving at the speed of science? The speed of science? Girl, science is test, retest, test again, test some more, keep on testing. Boom, what did we come out with? Okay, that's good. Now let's test some more, test some more, test some more. That's what science is. Science ain't even, hey, nigga, I hope this shit work, my nigga. Hey, nigga, it looked like it worked on paper. Hey, you think it's gonna work? You think it's gonna work? I think it's gonna work. Well, shit, that's all we need. Hey, nigga, that's what the speed of science is for the P.F. Heiser Bakery. You think it's gonna work, my nigga? Hey, call your son. Get him on the phone. Ask him if he think it's gonna work. We need everybody we can. They just getting everybody. Call your grandma. The speed of science. Nick, this is called word salad. They're talking without saying anything. That's usually what rhetoric is. Talking without actually saying anything. The speed of science, right? They had to get it out at the speed of science. But the P.F. Heiser CEO, he was supposed to be at the meeting. Y'all know that? That nigga pulled out. He backed out of the meeting at the last minute because they were going to ask him those questions on what he knew before he submitted it to the Cat Dog Cat and all the rest of these health agencies. They were going to ask the nigga, did he know that this, and this, and this? That nigga was like, oh, well, yeah, hey, Tell them niggas I got a previous engagement. I'm out. He was supposed to testify. That's why that girl was there. They was supposed to be him, the P.F. Heiser Bakery CEO. That's who was supposed to be talking. That nigga backed out and she got put in place. So these niggas have been lying they asses off, showing that they lying, not answering no questions. Hey, nigga, don't ask me nothing. I didn't know nothing about nothing. Hey, nigga, nothing. So they call plausible deniability, right? Plausible deniability. But then, while they're doing all that, the new Israeli study just came out in an Israeli journal called the Andrology, the Journal of Andrology. They basically did a study and found that the cupcake, the P.F. Heiser and Modern Easy cupcake specifically lowers your sperm count. They tested it, said it lowered men's sperm count by 22% by each cupcake. So each one, each cupcake you munch down, it keeps lowering the count. So that just came out, Israeli Journal of Andrology, right? So like we said at the beginning, Fauci came out and said that it did for 3 months. It caused reproductive, or it was, I don't like to say the word, but it stopped you from having for about 3 months, that they assumed, right? But now you start to see the study that comes out that says it lowers your count. It lowers the sperm count, right? The cupcakes lowers the sperm count. So we've been talking about that the whole time. Now it's all of this information is starting to come out and nobody's talking about it. You don't see any of that shit on mainstream TV, because then there was a study that just came out recently too that found that 75% of media, the media companies, their budgets, their advertising is paid for by Big Pharma. 75% of mainstream media's advertising budgets are paid by Big Pharma. So it's one giant conglomerate, one giant cartel is what I'm looking for. And they can do this because, again, corporations and government work together at this point. Corporations being artificial people, but they're still citizens, and they're citizens who utilize the tools or the rules of the game. Whereas you, the natural, actual citizen, you don't. They utilize the system, whereas you don't utilize the system. So who's going to have the power? The artificial citizen. Obviously. And you know why? Because they have to do that because an artificial citizen can't vote. They can have all the powers. They had, again, a legal fiction, a legal person has all the powers of a natural person. All the powers, absolutely, except they can't vote. That's the Achilles heel of a corporation. They can't vote. However, they can influence votes. So if they know the system and they know who runs the system and all this and that, then they can put plans together in order to manipulate and control the people who do vote, who do cast the votes. Whereas you sitting back thinking, hey, this nigga worked for me. No, nigga, he worked for the $100 million citizen, not the citizen worth $2. That's you. You worth $2. This citizen worth $1 billion. Who the hell who you think he gonna listen to? So make yourself motherfucking strong and powerful and heard. And how do you do that? You got to come together with a bunch of people with the same ideas as you and have the same knowledge as you. So that's the game right there. P.F. Heiser is with the bullshit. Then the cat dog cat, y'all just seen. The cat dog cat, this is the real joint. The cat dog cat just recommended the cupcake on the immunization schedule for kids. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean it's mandated for everybody in the country? No, because this cat dog cat, they don't have that power. There again, it says recommend, right? So when they do that, though, each state takes each state's health, public health bureau or whatever that is. They take up the recommendation and implement it, or then they recommend it to, you know, to the legislature, and then they implement these in the states, right? So that's what's going on. So each state is pretty much going to add it, especially all the blue states are going to add that shit to the schedule. A lot of the red states are pushing back against it, right? So they call it the VFC, Vaccines for Children, right? And that's a federal program. So basically, they were saying that the reason they're putting it on the schedule is because it makes it free. It makes it free. So they were going to have to start charging for the cupcake in a minute. This is what they're saying. They were going to have to start charging for the cupcake, and putting it on the immunization schedule federally makes it free, right? Sure. Sure it does. Okay. So, you know, free cupcakes for all the children. Hey, all the children, come and get your cupcakes. When they just shown you that it sterilizes, right? These cupcakes sterilize you, allegedly. But you want to be giving them to your kids when the BOOGIE-V doesn't even affect them at all. When it's been shown, P.F. Heiser Bakery just came out and said that it doesn't stop transmission of anything. So why are your children getting this? If they're not in risk of the BOOGIE-V, getting the BOOGIE-V at all. There's barely been any kids that have been affected by this at all in the world, let alone America. So why does my child have to get this? If no children, or barely any children are affected by it, and the P.F. Heiser Bakery admitted that it doesn't, they didn't even know. They didn't even test, they didn't even test if it stopped transmission before they put it out, but you're trying to enforce it like it does stop transmission? Again, you guys have to start putting on your thinking caps. These are ways you can break these people down. There's no logic to this, and they can't force you to do this if you break a logical argument down, logical, legal argument down. There's no way they can force you to do this type of stuff, but you guys don't know that, and so they know you don't know that, which is why they can push it. They can push it. So while that's going on, the cat dog cat is recommending that they do this, that they put this on the schedule, the immunization schedule, which is insane, y'all. Y'all got to start pulling your damn children out of the schools. If y'all haven't been doing that by now, I know some of y'all, oh man, I can't do that, nigga. You don't know, nigga. I'm broke, nigga. I can't afford to pay for no this. I get it. Figure it out. Figure that shit out, man. Whatever the fuck you got to figure out, figure that out. They are coming for the children. And if you leave them in there, and I'm about to tell you I'm about to break down a story about the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia in a second. Who was that? Mike Swagger. Thank you. He says, how is this possible? It is. Because you don't know anything. Most people, it's possible because most society is not versed in government law or anything like this. So you're apathetic to the government, which means you just don't give a shit. And when you don't care about anything, that leaves it to the other people who do care about it. They can do whatever the fuck they want with it. That's just how it works. Nigga, if you tell me I'm walking by and I see this bike over here that's perfectly in great working shape. Nothing's wrong with it. It just ain't brand new. It ain't shiny. But that motherfucker's a sturdy bike. Nothing can break it down. It got great wheels, great chains. Nigga, the frame is sturdy as fuck. It's off the chain. This bike is off the chain. But you got it sitting up in the corner. And I come out and say, hey, my nigga, you fucking with that bike? Can I? I'm just gonna take the bike for a ride a little bit. Little ride. Nigga, you take on you boo and you you banking with the bike and doing all this and that shit. Cause the bike is a great bike. The person who owned the bike, who truly could make use of the bike, didn't give a fuck about it. So that's why they can do this type of stuff. You don't care about the government, the laws, the rules, or anything, especially melanated people. We don't give a fuck. We don't think they work for us at all. And when somebody do, y'all nigga, oh, you caping for the system. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. Nigga, trust me. I don't give a fuck about this system at all. Fuck this system. I give a shit about law. I'm about the law. Universal law first. And universal law is played out in man-made law. And so if you want things to operate for you properly, because you didn't set these rules up, you need to learn these rules and then learn how to bend them to your damn will. You can't do that if you don't know. So fuck the system, get the game. It ain't about the system, it's about the game. All y'all sitting up here be talking about the system don't work, this and that, nigga, you caping for, nigga, fuck that system. The system, however, though, is a working system. And it's the only system that you niggas got, so figure that shit out. So that you can take advantage of it instead of complaining about it all goddamn day. So the cat dog cat, while that's happening, the court just ordered these niggas to release the data of 18 million people. 18 million people who had cupcake injuries. They was hiding it. They didn't want to tell nobody. The court had to order the cat dog cat to release the data. They don't want to tell you about all these niggas who've been getting fucked up on the cupcakes. The court said, hey, nigga, you can't hide this shit. 18 million niggas. Is it 18 million? they was gonna let them off. 18 million? Oh shit. Sorry guys, we can't hide that. Like 18 million guys? Really? Come on. 18 million? Come on. Sorry, we can't hide it, guys. So, Mr. Upstate, appreciate you. They couldn't hide 18 million cupcake injuries. So, the cat dog cat had to put that out. At the very same time, they're telling you, or they're not telling you, they're recommending to the states to place this cupcake on the schedule, on the immunization schedule for the kids. They have to release the data that 18 million people got fucked up by it. Does this make any goddamn sense? Did you see the vote? The vote is public, y'all. Y'all can see, you can see the video of the cat dog cat voting to put it on the schedule. It was 15-0, 15-0. They voted it in. You can see it all went around. They all went around, just vote yes, no obstructions, no whatever the fuck it is, no restrictions or whatever the fuck it is they said. And they all went around, 15 people. Not one of them had a goddamn, hold on. Should we be doing this? Not one of them out of all 15 people had a reservation about putting this on the schedule for children? Are you fucking kidding me? These niggas is paid to fuck off like, man. So, if you haven't seen that video, go look for it. I think it's in the Real World News Telegram feed. So, and then this coincides with what I told you about Marvel. Disney got the Avengers pushing the cupcake. Paid for by P.F. Heiser. P.F. Heiser Bakery. Marvel, through the Avengers, is trying to tell the kids to get the cupcake. Who's more influential to your kids, to your children, than superheroes? Especially Marvel. Nobody. Not even your goddamn daddy. Or your mama. So, holy shit. This, again, they're coming for your children. I told y'all, this is not a game. Now, if they force your children to get the cupcakes, you have lawsuits up the game. You have all the information that shows that these things cause adverse effects to people that they're not taking into account. You can sue these entities that force you to do this. You can absolutely do that. But again, put them on notice first. Let them know that you're not one to be taking it. Again, you got to load them. It's either a religious exemption or give them a liability notice. Let them know that they're liable. That's what this one is. Let them know that they're liable for every second that the cupcake is in your body. You're only on the clock for what? At a maximum of 12 hours. The cupcake is in your system for 24 hours a day. They need to pay for that time, which no company's going to do, which is why you notice them that they have to do that. So it's, again, legal game. Notice, and then you can get remedy after you notice. Then you can perform a lawsuit after you give them notice. Who is that? A-Red, thank you. Man, all y'all hitting that super chat, man. Appreciate y'all today. So that's, again, these are the rules or the system, the tools that have been left to you to be able to fight in the system. If you don't know those tools, if you don't know how to use a wrench, then if you don't even know what a wrench look like, how you gonna be able to use the shit? So again, they're coming for your children, and you can get out and get in these lawsuits when they do, because they've already admitted that it doesn't work. They didn't know if it stopped transmission. 18 million people have had adverse effects that the cat had to. All of these things that should say, "Ho, you shouldn't have to take this shit." All of these things, but nope, they forcing it on you. And then Australia came out and said, "Hey, y'all got to take it. Y'all got to take the cupcake. You got to take it. But hold on, listen to me now. Listen to me now. You have to take it, but this is the good side. This is the bright side. This is the bright side. You don't think a bright side was coming? You didn't think a bright side was coming, nigga. Nigga, of course I'm gonna give you a bright side. You gotta take it, but if you die, we're gonna pay for your funeral. How does that sound? Ain't that great? You ain't gotta pay for your funeral, my nigga. That's not nigga. We got you, my nigga. You can have a nigga. Great. You want a mausoleum? What you want? What kind of casket you want, my nigga? We got you. But you gotta take it. But if you die, we got you. That's what they said. Yo, who was that? Yo, Miss Norman, appreciate you. That's Australia. You have to take it, but if you kick the bucket, we got that funeral, my nigga. That sound great? Your family ain't even got to pay for your death. See? What you worried about? This nigga worried about, man. This nigga you worried about, nigga. What you worried about dying for? Nigga, we got you. This shit is fuckery, y'all. Do y'all see how crazy this shit is? You got to take it, but if you die, we gonna pay for your funeral? Fuck you, nigga. What the fuck? Man. Australia, y'all should be pimp slapping the shit out of your officials over there. Nigga, what the fuck are y'all doing? Y'all need to be riding, man. This is the lack of y'all riding in the streets over this shit is why they can do this shit. And in the courtrooms, too. The lack of you riding in the courtrooms and in the street. It needs to be both. But that's what's popping on. Then, did y'all hear about, how they're coming for your children? Remember I told you about the 10 students who got kicked out of the locker room because they didn't want the transgender athlete in the locker room because that dude was sitting back. He wasn't even changing. He was just sitting back, like, just looking at the girl like, "Hey, girl, you got a fat old booty, don't you? Oh, snap. Oh, man. He was in the locker room doing that, wasn't changing. And the girls were like, "Nigga, what you doing?" They went and complained, and the school said, "You have to leave the locker room, not the student, not the student who's making you uncomfortable. You're making that student uncomfortable." So the rights of one trumps the rights of 10. This is where we're going now, you guys. It's personal rights for individualized groups. Individualized groups are going to have their rights trump anyone else's, the masses, because you're hurting their feelings. Their feelings are the most important thing of all. You cannot hurt their feelings. Nigga, do y'all know that one of the girls who got kicked out is being charged with a crime? because she complained? Being charged with a crime. Are you fucking kidding? This is, man. They are starting to trip the fuck out. One of the girls is being charged. She's 14. She's being charged with like a hate crime or some shit because she didn't want a dude in the locker room changing with him. And that's right, I said dude. They want a dude in the locker room changing with him because that motherfucker wasn't acting like no girl. When you sitting back and you ain't changing and you looking at booties like, fat old. When you doing that, you ain't no transgender nothing, nigga. You a regular dude like the rest of us. That's all you doing right there. You just a regular nigga. So that's fucked up. But then, like I just told you, the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, going along with they coming for your children, the Children's Hospital, the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia were training employees of schools, basically teachers. They were training them to hide students' preferred gender identity from their parents. They're teaching these teachers how to go in there, and they're basically saying, look, they want them to add, and basically saying they must use like, what is it? They basically have to add alphabet soup curriculum to their school, or alphabet soup teachings into their curriculum, and then. It says, so basically, it says teachers are encouraged to use examples of alphabet soup people in their lessons, right? So basically, they're supposed to give stories and teach the children about this. Now, what the hell does your sexual identity have to do with anything as a child? Straight or whatever. Children don't need to be learning that at all. Sex messes grown people's minds up. Why does a child need to be learning that? You got 40-year-old people who can't deal with sex. But a child whose mind is just all over the fucking place is supposed to be taught this stuff before anything else that's going to help them survive in life, in the universe. They're supposed to be being taught of who they sexually attracted to and who they generally can be within society. What does that help? How does that help them fucking pay rent? How does that help them become a productive, a helpful, productive citizen of society, doing anything? Nothing. That has nothing to do with that shit. But so, and also they're encouraged to say, instead of calling the kids, the boys and girls in the classroom, they call them students. So they're removing obviously removing the gender. So they are moving into some crazy shit right now, y'all. And the apathy and the lack of parent involvement has allowed this to happen. This is all over the board, not just melanated people, but us really, because I don't see us getting involved as much as most other communities. So I'm going to be hard on us because I don't see us at no school board meetings. All the school board meetings that go viral, it don't be no niggas up there talking. All the city community meetings or public meetings or whatever them motherfuckers, don't be no niggas there complaining about what's going on. Nothing. It's always the other motherfuckers. So until we start doing that, nothing is going to change for us in society. You have no political power because you're not collected. You're not cohesive. Even the Hispanics understand that, which is why they have more power than melanated people now in society. Like in California, the lady who got fired, who was the head of the the city council. She's Hispanic. right? So she's looking out for Hispanic people. And a lot of people on the damn board are Hispanic. I think he got one brother or something like that, one sister maybe. But again, so if you have no representation in any of these places, how the hell you think shit's supposed to happen for your ass? That makes no goddamn sense. Why would they be thinking about you if you ain't there? Out of sight, out of mind. Seriously, and trust me, I know about that. I'm an Aries. That's the way it is for Aries. We don't. Hey, as soon as you leave our site, nigga, we go. You hey, that's the best part and the bad part of an Aries. We can forget about something in 2 seconds. As soon as it's gone, we on to the next thing. But that's the way they are in society, in these governments. If you ain't there, these niggas is working. They worried about their shit. Why would they worry about your shit if you ain't talking to them? If you're not making a fuss, complaining about what's going on, about how you are, the downtrodden within the society. You're the last looked upon. Nothing's gonna happen. So, again, I'm always gonna say, get in the game. And then they wanted them to introduce pronoun books to the children in school. I think there's a book called They and He, She, they, or some shit like that. So these are pronoun books that are getting introduced into your children's school. This is an elementary. They want them young. We're coming for your children. They told you, nigga. We coming for these motherfuckers. Little Johnny. Little Johnny. Did you know Little Johnny and Little Stevie, y'all can hook up? Did you know that? Nigga. No. What does that do? Again, if they want to do that when they get grown, in school as a child when their minds are developing, no, don't introduce that shit to them. When they have a fully developed mind and they want to do that shit and that's a part of their experience, hey, boom, you do what you need to do in your experience. But a child, their minds are a blank canvas and you can mold a child to whatever the fuck you want. They know this, which is why they're coming for them. Now, we've lost a lot of this information, and we understand because we just let children do whatever the fuck they want. Get out of my face. Go outside. Go play what you do. Go do this. Go get on the video game. This and that. We don't focus on the children a lot these days. We think of them more as a distraction at this point. As a, you know what I mean? Now, again, I don't have children, but I've been around a lot of kids, and I've trained a lot of kids. I was called the child whisperer. I've trained a lot of children because I understand energy and mind and that type of stuff. And a child is just a child at that age is still the same person they're going to be as an adult. They just need to learn the ways of this world first. But if you teach them the ways of this world is a certain way, then they'll go with that. And that's what they're doing to your children in these schools. So, hey, man, get them out of these schools. I say either if you got them in these schools, get involved or get them out. My top thing would say get them out and get into your own homeschooling or some type of co-op where you got a lot of people, together that's of the same mind where you're teaching your children. Because this is the new way this is the new way it's gonna go. Did you see they fired the prime minister of the UK? We're gonna pass by that real quick. She wasn't getting it done for the WEF, so she got fired after 44 days. What I think that is so the economy in the UK is fucked up. It's fucked up all over the world. This is what they're trying to do. They're trying to cause a financial or economic collapse around the world so that they can come in and introduce a fucking world cryptocurrency of some type. Right? And so then they can run the world. But they already said that you will own nothing and be happy, right? You're going to eat bugs and this and that type of shit. They're already introducing bugs to people in the UK in schools because they're supposed to have a bad winter with no food. So they're introducing bugs to eat for children to eat in schools and shit. Like, man, this is crazy. Man, do y'all understand how crazy this shit is? This is insane. Eat bugs, my nigga? Eat bugs? What the fuck? So the prime minister in UK, the economy's fucked up, so she was out. I think she was like, yo, y'all ain't about to blame me for this shit. Excuse me. I think she was like, y'all not about to blame me for this shit. And she bounced. She got up out of there before any of the backlash could majorly come on her. She got up and said deuces. Y'all niggas ain't about to blame me for shit. But again, if you guys don't see that the plan is not going the way they want it to go, I hope you are watching that and y'all just don't think these niggas are just controlling everything. It's not. These niggas are battling. They are fighting their asses off. And the motherfuckers who are fighting these niggas are deemed to be the niggas who are crazy. You got, again, your boy Musk, Yeezy, Donald Trump, and Pooteezy over there. Now, getting to that nigga is a little crazy though. Did y'all know that nigga tried to launch a nuke? That nigga tried to launch one. He wasn't playing. That nigga tried to launch a nuke on them bitches in the you crazy. He's like, fuck you niggas. I'm tired of you niggas. What a motherfucking button that nigga. Bow! 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 The button. This nigga was pushing on the button. It didn't work. He got sabotaged. Because the way it works over in Russia, they have something called the nuclear football, which is what we have. You know, they bring the thing, you got to put in the codes and all that, right? So, but what happens is all the codes get sent to all the generals or the people, the officers who have control of the nukes. And then they have discretion whether to launch it or not, right? So, which is good, because if they say, nigga, you tripping, if they believe this nigga tripping, they like, nah, we ain't about to launch the nuke, and that's what happened. And this nigga he ordered the launch of the nukes, and the generals was like, yeah, we gonna hold off on that real quick, my nigga. Like, we ain't about to destroy the world right now. We ain't, yeah, nigga crazy. That's what happened. So he tried to launch a nuke, and the generals or the officers in control of the nuke was like, this nigga is tripping. And they stopped it. Then some more launches tried to happen, and they don't know why they didn't work. They were like, oh shit, this shit just was sabotaged. It didn't work. This wasn't the generals. The shit didn't work. Now, a lot of them were saying that the technology may be a little older and all that type of stuff, which is why it didn't work. Now, we know the Galactic Federation knows. But allegedly, a lot of people, we do think that maybe the Galactic Federation, which has been shown in the past that these niggas have stopped certain nuke launches and things of that nature, they was like, nah, nigga, y'all ain't about to fuck this up. But they don't know why that didn't work. It was a few times. It wasn't just that. One time it was sabotaged by his officers. The other times, they don't know why it didn't work. Hey, them aliens is out here for niggas. Y'all better be meditating and talking to these niggas. They out here looking out for us. You saw Joe Rogan with the dude from the Navy pilot. He talked about how on their little flights they saw formations of UFOs out there. And so basically formations of UFOs, and when he saw what it looked like, he said it was a black cube, not square, but a black cube in a translucent bubble, a clear bubble, black cube in a clear bubble. First of all, yin and yang, dark and light. Then the other yin and yang, the circle and the square, that's also yin and yang, masculine and feminine. You see the science at work, even with the aliens? And they were like, well, how long were they up there? They were like, they were there for hours. And so the reason that you know that they're not human, because the longest a human or man-made plane can stay in the air, even if it's just doing low power, is like 2 hours. If it's going high power, banking around and doing all that shit, it can only stay in the air for an hour. They said these things was banking all over the place, doing, or staying still, just boom, holding still, like just right there, not moving, like bam. And so he was like, yo, there's nothing like that we have that can do shit like that. So now these are over the military. These are formations over military operations. So again, I would say that these niggas is watching to make sure that these humans don't fuck up nothing. Because if y'all don't know, this planet has a lot of resources. And if these niggas launch nukes, they gonna fuck up the planet's resources. So that goes higher than just us. These extraterrestrials, if they are here, they're here for the resources. So they not gonna let these niggas mess that shit up. So that's what's been allegedly happening. Now you put it how you want. But again, the Ukraine war, again, we talked about how that shit is for this one world order, or to bring in this one world order. And the boy Trudeau, he came on, he said the Ukrainian war was good because it would end fossil fuels. It's going to end all fossil fuels. The war, the Ukrainian war is going to end all fossil fuels. Yo, it's 700 of y'all in here. Hit the goddamn like button. It's only 471 likes. Hit the like button now. Stop playing. So, he said it's going to end fossil fuels. Now, remember, this is how they're bringing in this digital shit. They more control. If they got you on the digital, instead of fuel is analog. Electric cars, digital, as far as philosophy, right? So they're trying to move you into this digital age. So they got to get you dependent on all technology so they can cut that shit off whenever they want. Excuse me. They can cut it off whenever they want. So as more of you that's connected to the system, the grid, so to speak, the more of you that's connected to the grid, the quicker they can cut you off. And really quick, I'm gonna start doing there's a brother out here named Scott Howard. Shout out to him if he's watching. He does something called Earth Ships. If y'all don't know what Earth Ships are, go look those up. Brother in New Mexico created this. It's how to build houses out of just regular shit around. Tires and cans and bottles and dirt and all that shit. Totally eco-friendly. Can cool your house in the summertime, heat your house in the wintertime. Totally works. Recycles water, all this type of shit. Called Earth Ships, right? Or regenerative homes. That's the new thing. So this brother named Scott Howard, who hit me up a while back, he has a channel. Look at his. You can go to his channel on YouTube. It's called Earth in Hand, like the word Earth, E-N, and then hand. Yo, Charles Walker, appreciate you. Absolutely, caught the live. For sure. Thank you, man. A lot of people don't be catching the live because they don't be fucking with the YouTube be messing with the notification. So make sure y'all got that notification bell or whatever pushed when it goes, because they be shadow banning the shit. But damn, I just forgot. Damn, I lost my train of thought. Right? I lost my train of thought right there. Damn, I forgot what I was about to tell you. But holy shit, what was I saying, y'all? Yeah, I remember what I was saying. Oh, the Earth. Thank you, the Earth Ships. So, brother Scott Howard, Earth Ship, Earth in Hand. So he teaches. He breaks off. He does it for you. He's been doing this for like 12 years. So he knows how to build different types of Earth ships, because the first Earth ships were made to stay in warm climates. Like, so the dude built them in New Mexico. But in other climates, you have to learn different ways to build them so that they withstand, the different climates. So like in Florida, you need to build a different type of home, an Earth ship in Florida. So they built some type of Earth ship, and I forgot what they call it. They don't call it that out there. But it can withstand hurricanes and typhoon, and not but hurricanes and tornadoes and shit. So this is going to be the new future. You guys getting on the land and rebuilding stuff out of the land. Regenerative homes that are sustainable. Sustainable means they stay the way they are, but these homes that he's talking about building regenerate. And so I'm excuse me, I'm going to have him do some tutorial videos on the channel to teach you guys how to do that. So just be looking out for that. But go look at his channel. It's called Earth in Hand. And this is what we need to start thinking about. We need to start thinking about a new way to move in the future. If they're going to start trying to fuck with us on this digital shit, we need to get back to the nature. Stop. Don't let them take us there. They want us to go away from nature and onto the grid and be disconnected. No, let's get back to the connection of Earth, motherland, and all this and that. Divine feminine, divine masculine. Let's get reconnected. So these homes are regenerative homes, and I'm gonna bring him on the channel so that he can do some tutorials and teach brothers and sisters how to, how to do that, because homeboy is off the chain with it. And he builds dome houses and, sound temples and all kinds of stuff. He has a website. Go to earthandhand.com. You can check out some of the stuff that he's built. But shout out to the homie Scott. I'm gonna hit you up. Haven't hit you up. I haven't hit you back since the Texas. I'm moving, you guys. Right now, stuff is kind of hectic. I'm trying to move. So if things aren't, moving fluidly for the next month or so, it's because I'm moving. So just be patient until I get the move done. So that's what's happening with that. They want you off fuel, onto the grid, onto an electric grid. Let's fight that. Again, I say a balance. I never say this or that. I'm always about an equilibrium. So, technology is great. Nature is great. And you need a balance of the two, right? And so don't just completely let them take us from nature and get us reliant and dependent on being disconnected. So we need to come back, learn how to plant seeds and, and reconnect, man. We have to do that in order, if we're going to move into the future and have any type of future, really, that's going to be disconnected from slavery, from that type of slavery that they're trying to implement. You got to get back to what's real. So, and then India, y'all know India, because we trying to talk about disconnecting, getting with some nature. India, crazy ass niggas in India just invented 3D printer meat. Did y'all see that? India, they got meat printed on the 3D printer. Meat that you can eat. This shit is going off the rails, y'all. This shit is going off the goddamn rails. Meat from a 3D printer. Man, if y'all don't start reconnecting and getting back to what's real, it'll never come back. This information will be lost. Your children, the children's children, everybody else will be so goddamn disconnected. So, again, this is what we got to get back to. If you haven't been on it, figure it out. Learn how to, the throw up. 3D printed meat. Fuck that. That's what man. It was bad enough they was doing the Beyond Meat and all that stuff in the lab. Now they got 3D printer meat. What the? 3D printer meat. Holy shit, y'all. So they coming for you and your children. While they're doing that, then you see the Pope, he just basically recommended a new economic system that would guarantee basically food, health, economic, and social rights. So basically a new world order. He wants a whole new financial system for the world that would guarantee health, health, economics, and social rights for the world. This is the new world order. The Pope is calling for a new world order, y'all. Now it's gotten to, when the Pope is calling for a new world order, that's a wrap. They got the Pope in the game. Pope, get off the bench, my nigga. Take the warm-ups off. Nigga, get your ass in there, nigga. You see this nigga hobbling over here? Got nigga on his last leg. This motherfucker, this nigga, he got one leg. Pope, get your ass in the game. Nigga, it's bad when they got to get the Pope in the game. Nigga, the Pope, okay. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Hey, give me a minute. Pope getting in the game. He's crossover slow as shit. Nigga crossed the ball. Nigga, the Pope ain't got no game. But they got to get the Pope in the game to get your ass on this one world order shit. Pope said, hey, we need a new world order, y'all. One that encompasses everyone's rights. Food, health, and wealth for everyone. So, you think they didn't get to that, nigga? This shit is everywhere. The Pope is a part of the system. And this nigga is calling for the New World Order. So just be aware that this is hitting niggas on all fronts. And then the biggest atrocity of all, I think, and I blame all you niggas. I blame all of you. All of you niggas. I blame y'all. I'm sorry. I blame y'all. Because you goddamn making crab legs extinct. Y'all, nigga, 90% of the crabs in the world is gone. Did y'all hear about that shit? 90% of the crab, snow crab, they said. So snow crab, which has got the crab legs. Snow crab is the one with the crab leg. That's what y'all get when you go to Red Lobster. See, all you niggas who've been hitting up Red Lobster fucking every Monday for the crab legs, y'all niggas have caused crabs to go extinct. Holy shit. This is crazy. Y'all niggas ought to be ashamed of yourself. And I know, I'm gonna say niggas, because I know niggas, I know personally, nigga, my family is a goddamn Red Lobster bandits. Them niggas is at Red Lobster all the time, especially my aunt, peaceful journey, rest in power to her. She would hit Red Lobster every Monday for 20 years straight. You understand me? But the cheddar biscuits, if y'all know about the Red Lobster cheddar biscuits, holy shit, goddamn. I go to Red Lobster just for the cheddar biscuits. The lobster pizza at Red Lobster, oh shit, nigga, that lobster pizza is off the chain. But the crab legs at Red Lobster, you get the crab leg deal on Monday. They had the Monday crab leg deal. I'm gonna tell you right now. I think I told this story, but I'm gonna tell it again. Red Lobster got kicked out of a building in Beverly Hills of this big building that had a bunch of plastic surgeons and doctors in it because Red Lobster had too many niggas hanging outside the Red Lobster. And that scared the doctor's patients down in the lobby. So the doctors complained to the building owner and got Red Lobster kicked out of the fucking building because too many niggas was at the Red Lobster. Who was that? Spread the wealth. Thank you. Man, the crab legs. Y'all got, man, niggas have made crab legs extinct. Holy shit. We have finally done it, y'all. So that's why I say I blame niggas. I know white folks eat crab legs, Caucasians eat crab legs and all this and that, but niggas eat crab legs. Caucasians eat mostly Dungeness crab. That's the high acidity crab. If y'all know the difference, the Dungeness crab is the dark crab. It has the curved legs, right? So the crab leg, the snow crab is the one that look like a spider. It has the big long crab leg, it has the meteor leg, the crab legs, right? A Dungeness crab leg is some bullshit. But the Dungeness crab in the middle, it has the most meat. So it's a dark crab, it's a melanated crab against the red crab. It's funny, nigga, you got the pheomelanin crab against the eumelanin crab. It's funny. So the more expensive crab is the Dungeness crab, the melanated crab, because it's more meatier, right? But we eat them crab. The crab legs come from the snow crab, and we done killed that. We done killed the ocean, y'all. We done killed the ocean of crab legs. So, hey, we're gonna have to say a goodbye to Red Lobster, because Red Lobster is probably gonna go out of business in a minute with 90% of the crabs gone. That's a goddamn shame. And everybody, again, please make sure you get in the game. I'm gonna always call y'all to action to get in that game. First off, is learning the rules to the game. Come on, this is the package you keep in your car. Constitutional rights card, qualified immunity card, and qualified immunity notice. Lets the police officers know what your rights are and what'll happen when they violate those rights. Don't let them violate your rights. Man, I think I told y'all before, man, they in police stop law class about the 17-year-old running the whole game. I need to I'm gonna find that link and put that in the description box, because y'all have to see this little young kid running these police officers out there trying to mess with them skating, trying to mess with this little crew, his skating crew. And he was smacking the shit out of all them officers. The officers did not mess with him at all. They were turning away from him, trying to walk away from him, but he was all up in their face. Boop, 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 boop. This kid. Now, if this kid can do this, why the fuck can't you do it? You can. You just need to sit your ass down and learn the goddamn law. Or have the tools to say, give this to the officers and say, I don't answer questions, officer. When they start asking you, where you coming from? Where'd you go tonight? Did you drink? Is this your address? You know, all that bullshit is just to get some incriminating evidence on you. So you hand them this and say, I don't answer questions. And you keep saying that. I don't answer questions. It's not against the law for you to tell the officer you don't answer questions. It absolutely is not. And then you already know, this is how you're going to learn how to say, and what that means is if you get the damn manual. You got to get the rules to the game. Manual's right here. Know your rights manual. This teaches you the rules to the game. Traffic stops, police and Terry stops, which are police stops on foot. That's a Terry. This is a Terry stop. Right here. When they stop your ass on the street and start picking your pockets out, that is a Terry stop. So you need to know what to do when they walk up on you and they violate your rights because they know you don't know anything. They know you don't know how to stop them. So right off the bat, they tell you to come here and you come here. Do you know you don't gotta walk to them when the police officer tell you to come here? Hey, come here. You don't gotta go there? No. You can say that. Am I being detained? That's the first thing you're really supposed to say. When the police officer tells you to come here, am I being detained? And if they say yeah, boom. Do you suspect me of committing a crime? Or about to commit a crime? And can you articulate the crime that you suspect me of having committed, in the midst of committing, or about to commit? If they don't, you can tell them to kick rocks. That's literally what, not literally, but so many words, a Supreme Court case says that. If a police officer doesn't have any reasonable suspicion to suspect you committed a crime, a citizen has the duty to ignore the police officer. It said ignore him. You ain't got to... Yeah, so all right, you know, my nigga, I was over here. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, my nigga, I was talking to this chick last week, nigga. She was, hey, turn around. Nigga, she was off the chain. You can just ignore that nigga, right? But you can't do that unless you know the rules to the game. So right here, get the damn book. And then if they keep pushing that line, go after that police insurance or public official bond. They have either one. You have to know which one. The way you know which ones, you have to look up the law in your state to know if they have insurance or a bond. And these are the laws in your state that teach you that. And that bond is tied to their oath of office. So they take an oath to protect the Constitution. Excuse me. They take an oath to protect the Constitution, which means if they violate your constitutional rights, they lose the bond. Simple as that. And you can go after that bond. But boom, you got to know the laws that allow you to do that. And you got to get this book to teach you that right there. And then you already know we got the cards. This is the game right. This is the new game right here. This is changing the game. Get these flashcards right here. We worked hard as hell on these flashcards. These cards, man, hard as hell on these flashcards. Y'all know what a nigga had to go through with the designers of these flashcards. Holy shit. Go out there and arm your children with the knowledge to fight back because they're coming for them. They're coming for your children. So this is how you put the gloves on. Give your children some boxing gloves. Teach them how to fight back right here. Police stop flashcards and the law and government flashcards. So you got to know the rules. You got to know how the system runs if you want to change it for you. And then, as I said, you know, we got the crack scene exemption notices right here. This is the religious exemption because if they're using fetal Charmin in the cupcake, y'all know what Charmin is, but fetal Charmin in the cupcake, then you can use your religious exemption for that if you're against abortions. So boom, because they use aborted fetal Charmin in the cupcake. And right here, this lets them know that you're liable. They're liable for if they make you get that cupcake under duress, meaning if they hold your job captive, they're holding your salary captive. That's called duress or coercion. So right here lets them know that that's against the law for them to do that. And also right here gives the cat, dog, cat right here and on the back, the cat, dog, cat. This is a list of all the adverse effects listed on the cat, dog, cat website. So they can't argue with you when they say, well, no, that doesn't happen. Well, according to the cat, dog, cat, this is all of the adverse effects. And then right here, the P.F. Heiser Bakery report that backs that up. So it comes, both of those will come with it. So if you order the Great Book of Melanin Research, right here, this is the vibranium instructions, all the research they've been doing on your melanin for the last 117 years, right here. Teaches you how to keep your melanin strong, which is, they tell you what creates strong melanin. Basically, it's hydrated melanin. So if you want to learn how to get your melanin strong for your future generations, right here, get this book. The hard copy, I will put the whole police stop law package in there, and you will get both of these. This is a deal going for the rest of October, only October. So if you get the book, I will put both of these in there, because remember, they're coming. The mandates are out for you. The cat, dog, cat. Just put it on the immunization schedule for the children. So y'all got to start fighting back. You get both of these if you order the Great Book of Melanin. The Great Book of Melanin Research, the hard copy. I'm throwing both of these in there. If you just want these by themselves, go to knowyourrightsfoundation.org, or if you just want the Police Stop Law package by itself, or just any of the cards by itself, go to knowyourrightsfoundation.org. Or if you want to volunteer, man, we got so many goddamn volunteers. We love it. This is how we're building up So the Know Your Rights Foundation is also a citizen. It's an artificial citizen. They got their corporations, they're artificial citizens, right? Well, why can't we have one? So the Know Your Rights Foundation is a citizen. It's an artificial citizen just like them. And we're going to build our artificial citizenry up with everybody, with niggas who know the rules to the game. What's more powerful than that? Because usually what they do is they hire somebody who knows the rules to the game to make their rules, to fix the rules for them in society. But what happens when everyone in your group knows the law? You know how strong that foundation is? No pun intended. But you know how strong that is? When everyone everyone game is on some Kobe Bryant shit, on some Michael Jordan shit. Fuck LeBron. He ain't no gangster. You got to be on some killer shit. Larry Bird, he was a killer. You got to be on some killer shit. LeBron be on some, oh, I lost? All right, let me go get a hamburger. It was, great game, guys. I'll get you next time. No, nigga, you got to hate to lose. Losing got to eat your soul. Magic Johnson, that nigga used to cry when he lost. So, hey, everybody, let's get in that game. Let's get the shit. Thank everybody for tuning in, man. We're gonna be doing this every Saturday. So trying to build back up to the audience that we had, because they don't be putting out the notifications, because I had to switch it up. But just make sure everybody knows that I do the live streams on Saturdays now. Thank everybody for tuning in. Everybody who hit the super chats, man. I love y'all, man. Thank you for doing that. Also, all the moderators who've been in there, Mel, Tish, excuse me, Gwendolyn Bonner, Brian, everybody, appreciate y'all, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all next week, and don't fuck around. Get this damn information and stop letting the cat, dog, cat in this world, or the quote unquote, the elites of the world run your life. Please, let's get in this goddamn game and let's start fighting. Wow, peace.